This course provides comprehensive guidance on identifying, managing and resolving conflicts of interests in professional environments. It outlines legal obligations, best practice, and practical steps for organisations and individuals to uphold integrity and maintain public trust. The course follows this structure. Module 1. Understanding interests and conflicts of interest. The course defines interests as personal, financial, professional, or other benefits that may influence decision-making. It details various types of interests: financial, personal, professional, political, academic, and reputational, and explains how these can potentially lead to conflict of interests, either in reality or through perception. A conflict of interest arises when these interests interfere with or appear to interfere with a person's duty to act impartially or in the best interests of an organisation or the public. Crucially, the course emphasises that both actual and perceived conflicts matter and that not all conflicts of interest involve wrongdoing, but left unmanaged, they can erode trust and cause reputational or legal risks. Module 2. Types of conflicts of interest. The course categorises interests as financial and non-financial, e.g. monetary gain versus personal relationships or loyalties, actual and potential, current versus possible future conflicts, direct and indirect, explicit personal benefit versus benefit via connection or third party. It provides real-world examples and case studies for each, demonstrating their impact in various sectors like finance, healthcare, and public service. Fraud and bribery. A significant risk of unmanaged conflicts of interests is fraud and bribery. The course examines the UK Fraud Act 2006, detailing offences such as fraud by false representation, failure to disclose information and abuse of position. It also covers the Bribery Act 2010, explaining different forms of bribery: active, passive, involving foreign officials, and organisational liability for failing to prevent bribery, and provides examples to illustrate each. 4. Gifts, sponsorship and hospitality. This module addresses how gifts, sponsorships and hospitality can create or be perceived as conflicts of interests. It recommends clear organisational policies to manage these, including thresholds on acceptable value, e.g. gifts under £25 may be permissible, reporting requirements for all offers, whether accepted or refused, guidance on when to refuse gifts or sponsorship, especially during sensitive business processes, maintaining a register for transparency and ongoing review. 5. Managing conflicts of interest, declaring interests. Effective management involves identification, declaration, and appropriate action. Module 5 outlines when and how to declare interests: on appointment to a role, annually, whenever circumstances change. Declarations should be comprehensive, covering both financial and non-financial interests, and recorded using standardised forms or digital tools. The process is designed to ensure openness, protect integrity, and enable effective oversight. Module 6. Decision-making. Once interests are declared, a clear decision-making process must follow, typically led by a line manager or an appropriate authority. The decision is recorded, communicated in writing, and may involve actions such as monitoring, exclusion from decision-making, public declaration, or removal of the conflicting interest. Consistency and a risk-based approach are emphasised. 7. Best practice and action planning. The final module offers best practice recommendations, action planning tools, templates, a glossary, and references to support implementation. Consistency, clear communication, and a culture of transparency underpin all advice. In summary, this course provides a thorough framework for recognising, declaring, and managing conflicts of interest, with legal context, practical tools, and illustrative examples to guide ethical decision-making within organisations.